You guys, welcome to your workout. Today is all about your legs, everything legs today. So I want you to get yourself ready right away. You should have read the description, so you should have everything ready. But I want somersault squats, tennis ball calves. I don't have my tennis ball, but if you have a tennis ball, grab it. I'm going to be using a towel instead of a tennis ball. RDLs, goblet squat, and bridge. So this one is without music as well. So I want you to go and put on your favorite music while you're doing this, and you can listen to the nature sounds around me. There's a dog barking. Maybe you'll hear it, maybe you won't, but we're going to get right to it. So we're starting out with somersault squat. These workouts are short and fast. Don't move fast during the movement. You're going to move quickly between exercises, but this isn't meant to be rushed through your movement. I want you to feel your muscles, but I don't want you rushing. But we are going to get started with a somersault squat. Oh, and our lift sequence is 35 seconds on, 25 seconds off. And we're going to be doing all 5 exercises and then repeating, and we're going to go through it 4 times. All right, Charlie's joining us today. We're going to get started with the somersault squat. Also, if you're not sure how to do some of these exercises, go to the educate section and make sure you are doing them with proper form, because during these workouts, we're just going for it. We're not stopping to do a whole lot of form checks, okay? All right, so pick up your dumbbell. You're going to get that ready. I like to grab mine at the head of the dumbbell. I'm going to squat down here. You're keeping it close to your body, and here we are. So I'm holding it very close to my body, just under the head of the dumbbell, and you're coming up. Now we've got our feet elevated in this exercise here, and we're coming down. I have a timer running, and I'll let you know we're at 10 seconds right now, and then we move on to exercise number 2, which is tennis ball calves. All right, get ready to deload. For this one, I like to just squat to deload, and I'm just marking it or dropping it down there. Now, tennis ball calves, if you don't have a tennis ball, you can also do this exercise with a towel between your knees, thigh area. But if you have a tennis ball, it's going to go right between your heels. I'm going to put mine between the knees, and here we go. Pick up your weights. The towel is there, and I'll explain when we are done this exercise why I put a towel between the thighs, or why I want you to put a tennis ball between the heels. Actually, I can tell you right now, it is to help support your pelvic floor. So when you have a towel between the knees or a tennis ball in the heels, you are supporting your pelvic floor, and doing this with heavy dumbbells. 5 seconds, and carefully deload. Now, on the note of that exercise, if you have the tennis ball in between your feet, you are going to get some foot health benefits as well. Okay, so I'm going to set that down. Our next exercise is RDL. I like to do these ones side profile to the camera so you can see my form. It is 5-second pickup, so pick up your dumbbells. I'm going to go sideways and talk you through this. Here we go. Form check, and down you go. And coming up. Your knees are soft, your back is flat, and your butt back. Your dumbbells close to your legs all the way through. Got about 7 seconds. Oh, awesome. Rest, everybody, and set that down. All right, my assistant just dropped off a tennis ball. Yes, but Charlie thinks it's for her. Okie dokie, Charlie, you're a brat. Lance just brought her out a tennis ball, and she took it away. All right, goblet squat. We're back to a single dumbbell hold. Now this time you're picking it up on the head of the dumbbell again. This is a narrow stance, and here we go. We're down and up. Now you might think, why are we doing this? It's just like somersault squat. No, it's not. This one here is focusing on more the front of your thighs, and the somersault a little bit more of your butt. Here we go, down and up. Now you can also do any kind of squat. If you want to do a sumo squat or a suitcase squat, front squat, you pick. If there's any exercise you don't care for, 10 seconds here. You swap it out. Easy as that, 5 seconds. All right, stand tall. carefully deload. All right, that one's gonna go over here because we're setting up for bridges next. And for bridges, oops, we are gonna be on our back. And actually this towel's handy. So if you have a heavy dumbbell, you're gonna wanna place this on your hips because your dumbbell will dig into your hips at times. So get the towel down, dumbbell down, heels into the floor, and we're coming up and down. You might not hear me much, so I'm not gonna talk a lot during this exercise. When you come down, your body just barely touches the ground. Don't come all the way down and resting like I just did. 5 seconds, and roll yourself up and deload that weight. All right, we're gonna get back up and we're back to the top. So now we're just gonna repeat everything we just did, and we're back to our somersault squat again. Now, I like elevating my heels on this exercise. You can elevate your heels on any squat, and that's gonna help if you have any issues or mobility issues with your knees, your hips, or your ankles. Okay, here we go. Down, it holds between your legs, and here we are. When you are going in and out of this one, I want you to focus on your glutes and your hamstrings here. It's like it says, it's a somersault, like you're gonna do a somersault, and then you bring yourself right back down again. 10 seconds, right here, down to 5, last one here. Now you're gonna carefully deload. I like deloading on this one because it's nice, already low to the ground. Now we're moving into our tennis ball calves. I have to get my ball away from my dog. Okay, a little bit more about why the tennis ball. This tennis ball goes between your heels. It helps strengthen your feet and your pelvic floor. You guys, it's amazing. Here we go, pick them up. Now, if you don't have very much weight, like dumbbell weight, you can also improve or increase this exercise by holding your dumbbells away from your body. These are 35 pounds. I'm not doing that. But if you say you got 10s and that's not quite enough resistance for you, just bring your arms out to the side. We're down to 5 seconds here. Good. Now you're going to squat to deload, and you get extra squats in every time you pick up or set down your weights. Okie dokie, we're moving on to RDL, you guys. This one, please go to educate. You need to get this exercise right. If you do this one wrong, you're gonna get a sore back. Dumbbells stay very close to your legs the entire time. Pick up, side profile for you, and here we go. The dumbbells are rubbing, my hands are rubbing against my legs here, you guys. Down, bum back, and head in neutral. So don't tuck your head under and don't let it look up. It's just neutral. Don't look at your crotch. Come back up. Down, 10 seconds here. And we got time for one more. And then stand tall and deload. It feels good to let those dumbbells out of your hands. I like to deload as quick as I can. Give my hands a full rest before we move on to the next exercise. You guys, we are almost at the halfway point of this workout. Now, at the halfway point, I am gonna ask you how these weights are challenging you. Pick up your dumbbell. I'm gonna show you goblet squat from this angle here. It's close to your body, down and up. Goblet squat does require more balance than a regular squat. So if your balance isn't there, I want you to widen your feet and hold the dumbbell here. I like a narrow stance, but if you're uncomfortable with that, take your feet wider. We've got 10 seconds here. We're not going fast in the movement. We move quick in between. All right, 5 seconds. You have time for one more. Good job. Stand tall. Now deload that one out of the way because we're moving on to the bridge. For the bridge, if you have a surface that you can take your feet up higher, you will get a little more out of this exercise, okay? But if you don't, and you're like me, and you're on a flat mat, you can take that dumbbell on your hips as usual. Bring your legs closer to your butt. Here we go. I'll show you here. Bring your legs closer, dig the heels in, and up we go. I'm pushing on the dumbbell, so it's not resting right hard on my hip bones. We have 10 seconds. I'm going to show you how I like to deload this. I didn't on the first set. Normally I go from here and I deload that way. I don't normally sit up with my dumbbell. I did on the first one, but I want you to find your best way to deload. All right, we're coming round to the halfway point. I'm not going to pause this, but I'm going to ask you right now, if you have heavier weights in your gym and you're ready to go heavier, go grab them, and we're going right away in 3 seconds. Okay, with this workout, let's go. You can increase your weights anytime. You might want to start with a lighter weight, get your form down, feel really solid, and then over time, you can increase your weights. Maybe you don't have a lot of weights in your home, and you're like, oh, I want more out of this. Oh, something I have to share with you I was doing. Oh my Lord, I was resting on my calves, you guys. I want you to take the rest out of the calves, hold it here, and then go again. I knew I was forgetting something. Okay, rest, deload that weight. Okay, sometimes this stuff happens. I was going too low. I am very hypermobile, and sitting like this is a very natural position, but sometimes I forget that we get more out of that exercise if you don't rest on your calves. Okie dokie. Tennis ball calves. Pick up that ball, tuck it between your heels. Squat to pick up. You get an extra squat in here. Okay, stand tall. This is a great time also to realign your posture. So when you are doing this exercise, you get to do a lot of body work in this one single move. And did you know calf raises are linked to better cardiac rhythm? Yes, when you do calf raises like this, this helps circulate the blood through your entire body. So one more. If you know somebody, rest, who is sedentary and they're not doing anything, especially our elderly population, they can do calf raises seated and benefit. It's so fantastic. Okay, we're back to RDLs. Now, I'm going to show you an alternate if your dumbbells are feeling heavy. Maybe you've only got a couple of dumbbells like me and it's like, holy shit, these are heavy. You can hold your dumbbell end to end and do the same exercise. Here we go. We're down and up. You're keeping the same form. Here we go. And up. Your body has to move with such precision on this exercise. Your bum goes back, your back is flat, your knees soft the entire time. 10 seconds. We have 5 seconds. This is your last one. Now carefully squat to deload. There we go. All right, you guys, we're clipping right along. We've got goblet squats next. And I'm gonna bring that dumbbell in a little bit. And I'm gonna have a glass of water, or a sip of water. All right, pick up your dumbbell. And you're gonna hold it close to your body. Now, back to the board that's behind me. If you have a 2x4 kicking around, save it, bring it to your gym. Because if I elevate my heels like this, this is gonna take some pressure off my knees, hips, and ankles. And now also, when you're going down, try not to rest on your calves like I just did. It's such a terrible habit I have. 10 seconds here. 5 seconds. You have time for one more. Okay, carefully deload. I like to come up all the way and then squat to deload my weight. All right, we're back to bridges, you guys. So I'm gonna lay this way this time, just for some variety. Sometimes when I'm working out, I will tell my participants, I'm just gonna be a badass and put it on my hips. I'll tell you on the break what I tell them to do. I hope I don't forget. Here we go. When you're coming up, we're not just squeezing your butt cheeks together, you're also zipping up your pelvis, okay? So from the pubic bone up to your rib cage, then into your glutes. Five seconds. That's it. Deload. That's how I like to deload because it's heavy. You guys, we're going into the 4th round. I can't even believe it. We're already there. So I want you tonight, right now, see if you want to go a little bit heavier on any exercise. I'm going to stay with this one for the somersault squat. I'm actually going to stay with these weights the whole time because that's all I have here. Okay, so get into position. We start down here, rest it here, and now up we go. We're up and coming down and back up. Down we go. Here we are. Another thing I wanted to mention when I just was going into bridge, why I looked a different direction. I do this often when I train. I just look at something different in my gym because sometimes it feels like, oh, I've only just started, and rest. And you ever hear that saying, change the way you look at things and the things you look at change? You can start training your brain for that while you're training with weights. And when you put good thoughts into your brain while you're training, they land better in your head, you guys. Where are we at? Oh shit, I forgot. Tennis ball calves. Tuck the balls in, pick up your weights, and up we go. Nice and easy. I put on a sweater because I forgot a workout top and I only have on a really thin bra underneath. So I was gonna see, can I make it the whole time? And I'm gonna leave the hoodie on for the entire workout. And it's not super hot out today, which is great. But make sure you're comfortable. 10 seconds here. This is it, 10 seconds. Down to 5. Good, squat to deload. And rest. Okay, I'm gonna share a tip with you. Let's say you only have so much weight in your gym. Today, that's all I have. I'm gonna show you on this set how you can increase the load of this weight without increasing the weight. You're gonna slow down your time over tension. So we're gonna pick up the weights like usual, pick them up, get into position. Now, I like to feel out my first rep, make sure I feel good. Now I'm gonna go down, down, slower, up, and up. Don't lose your form. Down, down, up, and up. Now that's if you want to. If you're like, Katie, I have got enough, I don't need to slow this down, then go at your regular rate. We have 5 seconds remaining. And deload that weight. Right on. Okay. You guys, we are so close. Goblet squats are next. I'm gonna stick with one dumbbell. If I had a couple of 20s here, I might go with those, but I'm gonna stick with the 35 pounds that I have. We have goblet and then bridge. Here we go. Pick up that weight, holding here nice and close, and down we go. All right, same thing though. Now let's say, I think I could have went heavier. I'm gonna go down, down, bring it up, up. Anytime you want a little more challenge, slow it down. Down, down, up, up. Maybe you're like, Katie, this weight is perfect. I'm gonna rep it out. That's okay too. You've got 5 seconds here. and carefully deload that weight. I'm gonna set her here. We have one exercise remaining. We're gonna come into our goblet squat, or sorry, our bridge. Back to bridge. Get that towel again on your hips. It does help protect your hip bones. If your dumbbell is getting heavy, even if it's not that heavy, it feels good. All right, pick up that weight, get it on your hips, bring yourself down, and here we go, up and down. You have 5 seconds. All right, carefully deload that weight. Down it goes. Bring yourself up. And that's it. You guys did that 20 minutes of legs. If you are wanting a little bit more, there's a lot of single exercises that you can do to add to this workout here. Let's say the 20 minutes wasn't quite enough. You can either go back and do this one again or choose another workout, and also head to the stretch that I've added onto this to stretch out those legs before heading out for the day. Have a good day.